Welcome back to another Fabric Tip Friday. We've kind of been lax on getting a few out, but we're gonna get back on track. I'm gonna cover mixing ratios for the beginners. We take it for granted. We throw around these terms 3 to 1, 4 to 1, 5 to 1. What that means is a volume. It's not anything to do with ounces. I have guys that call me and they've talked about using a scale and they did all this math, how they're real precise, but you don't do it with a scale, it's by volume. Our pigment's way different for different kind of paints, different color paints. There's a different pigment that's a different weight, so you can't go by weight. I'm gonna use, for instance, our paint is 3 to 1 to 1. First off, if you're just got a cup and have ounces, 3 to 1 to 1 means your first part paint, let's just say you fill this cup up to 9. All right, 9, if you divide that by 3, that's your 3 ounces is each part. So 9 ounces, you're going to need to add 1 part. You'll add 3 more ounces with your catalyst, and then 3 more ounces with your reducer. Now I know reducer will vary as far as flowing and the type gun you're using, but that's the way you'll figure, just whatever your first ounce is, stop. And if it's a 3 to 1 to 1, I always divide that by 3, and that gives me my part. If it's another system that's a 3 to 2 or a 2 to 1, just keep that in mind. And you'll get cups that you'll see these numbers, and what these means, these are not to do with ounces. Let's just go across here and we're gonna find where our ratio, and we're gonna be using this one, 3 to 1 to 1. So wherever you fill it up to, let's just say we start filling this cup and we're not gonna do a very large job, we fill it to 3. All right, that's the paint. Skip over to the catalyst and then fill it on up to the number 3. Skip over to the thinner and fill it up to 3. So just whatever ratio that you have, they put various different ratios. This is the cover that goes over the PPS throwaway deals that we use here at Airtech or over at Central Arkansas. And you'll go around the top and you'll find your ratio in the same way. Fill your first one up with paint, take it up to the next number, and take it up to the next. I know this kind of sounds redundant, to the guys, and like I said, this one is strictly for the new guys that are seeing all of these numbers. This can be intimidating and stuff, and then they'll try to start figuring the ounces, and sometimes your mind just, doesn't wrap around things, and you kind of get nervous if you have everything right. Sometimes you'll see one weird like this that has an extra number. And there's some different paints, like PPG has a few of them that has like a drying agent that you'll mix a certain ratio, and then you'll have to go and equate a 6 ounce of drying agent per gallon of mixed, which would come down to like 1.5 ounces per mixed quart. So you have to do your own math on that one. But that's just one that I wanted to cover, how to use these cups and what those numbers meant. When very, very early, 30 years ago, I would always just go by ounces, and I'd see all those numbers and I didn't really want to get involved, but it really makes it fast. Just make sure that you think of any of those numbers as ounces. When you go all the way up to here, that's a number 5. Well, that's 16 ounces. That has nothing to do with ounces. Those are your volume, your ratios. But we're gonna try to get back on track with the Fabric Tip Fridays. And one little question out there I can throw to everybody. There's something in this video that is vintage to Airtech coatings. Reply to the video if you know what is in this video that's vintage. Thank you.